Hello everyone, welcome to our channel CodeMaster. I have made several simple codes to recall major works of the significant authors while preparing for the national eligibility test. So through this channel, I am delighted to share all those codes and tricks with you. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the video. Today, we are going to explore the major works of Charles Dickens. So please imagine the story code in your mind as well so that you can easily remember all the titles of the words in chronological order. So the first work is The Pickwick Papers. The Pickwick Papers, just imagine it's the name of newspaper, and I'm going to tell you as the story that I read in the newspaper, The Pickwick Papers. When we talk about Charles Dickens, the very first novel that comes to everyone's mind is Oliver Twist, right? So Oliver and Nicholas were best friends. So Oliver Twist is a second work, then Nicholas Nickleby. So they were going to buy a clock as a gift. So the next work is Master Humphrey's Clock. Master Humphrey's Clock is not a novel, it's a weekly miscellany. And in this collection, he published All the Curiosity Shop and Barnaby Rudge. So, Oliver Twist and Nicholas, they were friends and they were going to buy a clock. So, they were going to buy a clock as a gift, and in order to buy the clock, they were going to an old shop, which reminds you the next uh, novel, Old Curiosity Shop. To get to the shop, we have to cross a bridge. So from the word bridge, remember the word rudge. Usually we buy a gift during the Christmas time, right? So imagine that it's a Christmas time. Dickens' next work is A Christmas Carol. So Oliver and Nicholas were friends. They were going to buy a clock. So for that, they went to an old curiosity shop. For that, they have to cross the bridge. So Barnaby Rudge. It's a Christmas time. And do you want to know to who they were buying this gift for? It was Dombey and his son, David Copperfield. So these are the next two works of Charles Dickens. Notice that two D's, DD, Dombey and his son David. Remember, this is just a mnemonic code to recall these words in chronological order. It doesn't reflect the actual storyline of the novel. Okay. So Dombey and David lived in a poor family, in a poor house called Bleak House. Okay. So they definitely faced hard times because they were poor. So next work is Hard Times. And they faced hard times because they had very little paisa or little money. From the word little do it, you have to imagine it is little paisa or little money. Okay. So they were planning to leave the countryside and move to the city. These two people were shifting to cities. So a tale of two cities, and they were going to the cities with a great expectation. At the city where they meet their mutual friends Oliver and Nicholas. So these are the symbol codes. I think you got all points. I will quickly remind all the codes once again. Pickwick Papers is imagine that Pickwick Papers is a name of newspaper, and we are going to read a story from that newspaper. Oliver and Nicholas were friends. They were going to buy a clock from an old curiosity shop. To get to reach this old curiosity shop, they have to cross the bridge. So Rudge, okay, Barnaby Rudge. It's a Christmas time, that's why they were buying the clock, and they were buy this clock to make a gift to Dombey and his son David, and they lived in a poor house called Bleak House, and they were faced hard times because they doesn't have little, they doesn't have money, they have only little to it. Okay, and they decide to move from countryside to cities with a great expectation. From there, they met their mutual friend Oliver and Nicholas. Okay. So in less than a minute, we have studied all the major works of Charles Dickens. Now let's take a brief look at these all major works. So the first one is Pickwick Papers, is published in 1836. It is the first novel of Charles Dickens. And next is Oliver Twist. The subtitle is very important, The Parish Boy's Progress. And the next one is Nicholas Nickleby. This novel exposes the drawbacks of Yorkshire schools. And the Master Humphrey's Clock, a weekly miscellany. Under this weekly miscellany, he published Old Curiosity Shop and Barnaby Rudge. And Old Curiosity Shop. Here is a protagonist name called Little Nell Trent. She is a 14-year-old girl. Then Dombey and Son. Dombey ignore his daughter Florence. Dombey always want son, not daughter. Before that, A Christmas Carol, Ebenezer Scrooge experiences supernatural visits. That's the story of Christmas Carol. Before that, Barnaby Rudge, first attempt of historical novel, subtitle A Tale of Rides of 80. Then David Copperfield. Dickens called David Copperfield his favorite child because Charles Dickens' most favorite novel is David Copperfield. And then Bleak House. Dickens attack British judicial system in this novel. Then Hard Times. It is subtitled For These Times. And only novel. It is Hard Times is the only novel not set in London. It is dedicated to Thomas Carlyle. And the next one is Little Dorrit, a satire on government and society. Peter Ackroyd's debut novel, The Great Fire of London, based on Little Dorrit. And A Tale of Two Cities, inspired by Thomas Carlyle's French Revolution. Then A Great Expectation, like David Copperfield, it is fully narrated in first person. And the last novel is Our Mutual Friend. Its central concern is money. So here we come to the end of today's video. If you need more explanation or have any suggestions, please leave a comment. And if you enjoy this video, please like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. We will see you again in the next video. Tata bye bye, see you.